Naked and Fat Boy.
Boy, you wouldn't tell anyone.
Rise, guys.
When news matters, it matters where you get your news. It's Rise Guys Headlines.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige in with you, and we've got a story on ways to amaze your mom, impress your mom on Mother's Day. You ready for that?
WLFJ won't hire me.
Oh,
That's
We
their
gotta do the t-shirt.
religious radio station here in Greenville.
Yes, it is.
Maybe she just wants you dressed nice. Wear a tie for me.
Wear an ascot.
Can't do it, Moose.
well, how about these tips?
Yeah. How about him?
Not bad.
Let's begin with this. Ask her about what her life was like before you were born.
Oh, Lord.
I've never had to ask. I've always just been constantly told.
Uh-huh. Yeah, never had to ask that.
You could hear about it by now.
And obviously, she said it has improved since you were born, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, this is if your mom is bad with technology, make sure her phone and computer are up to date. Do that for her.
That's really that's not as simple as you say. That's not as free and easy as you believe.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do that myself.
Oh, yeah.
And 4 hours later, I'm gonna be in a bad mood about it.
There's another part of
That's
this
gonna take a while.
that you may not love if you're not a handy person. Or if she needs quick repairs around the house, offer to take care of them for her or hire someone who can repair it.
Well, my mom rents. We good on that.
I'll call
My
you
mom
maintenance.
rents dead.
Well, here's another note that you can do. Sign your Mother's Day card with more than just your name. If you're not great with words, you can get help from a sibling, a friend, or even Chat GPT.
Oh,
If you don't know
good
how to
God.
say Happy Mother's Day, I'm sorry.
Have a computer do it for you.
No,
Yeah.
You can't write. I appreciate you.
I love you, Mom. You mean the world to me.
Call me Matt.
I'm not ever going to call you mommy. That's for sure. All right.
Don't leave it to Beaver. They do Mother's Day. That would have been
Well, they
cool.
do.
It should.
And here, this is the final note that you need to take down. This is very important because Mom will be waiting for you. Don't just be on time to her house or the restaurant. Be early. Be enthusiastic.
But I was raised to do the opposite of.
Yeah, I was gonna say in Matt's case, we've always heard that if he shows up 15 minutes early, he's gonna have to wait 30 minutes.
For sure. And then also when we found out the Benedict Arnold in our family who was telling us different times than everyone else because they knew we were always late.
Oh.
At one time we ran
Let's see
early.
that.
Oh,
Oh
no
no.
one was there.
Yeah.
Hear that, Ain't Dottie
Oh, Dottie.
in heaven?
Well, some people have their own time. Like you would have to tell a certain member of my family a different time because that person was always 30 minutes late.
I'll be early for dinner because my mom's coming to my house on Sunday. And I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
there all day.
Meatballs.
That sounds wonderful. You ever go joyriding when you were a kid?
Leave my mom out of this.
Dang it.
Not literally. No, in their car. Well, two kids crashed their parents' car while they were going to buy a toy car, and this happened in Malaysia. Two boys in Malaysia, age 6 and 3, crashed their parents' car on Wednesday night. And they really wanted a toy. So they got in the car to drive to the store to buy this new toy car. So they snuck off with the keys to their parents' Toyota while their dad was sleeping and their mom was in the bathroom.
Puerto Rico.
And the 6-year-old drove because obviously the 3 was too young and maybe could
The 6-year-old could do, the 3-year-old is too young.
Kid
too young to
pedals
drive.
and everything, who knows. But they were all over the road. Other cars started following because people thought the driver was drunk. And they made it about 1.5 miles before crashing into a lamppost. But
Turns out it's a 34-year-old from the Ukraine.
Mhm.
It's a dwarf.
But luckily, they're okay. And the
Big
3-year-old
wolf.
was fine. The 6-year-old ended up with the scrape on his chin. And when an adult asked them why they were doing it, the other kid said, quote, "Mama's at home and we're going to the store. We want to buy a black car." That's what they said.
Mhm.
Hope they
They,
get financed.
they had just crashed a white Toyota. They wanted a black car instead.
Yeah, I know. They didn't know what they were doing.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Probably
know-
still get a good rate.
I've heard about a friend of mine. Their kid was in the car while I guess the keys were in the ignition and she was packing to go somewhere, and the kid somehow released the emergency brake and it rolled back into a creek.
Oh Lord, they get out.
Yeah, everyone was fine, but kids in cars, you got to be careful. Make sure that you know where your keys are and your doors are locked.
She's still going on the trip.
No, because the car was in the creek. We had to have it towed out.
Oh.
Ed Sheeran, he's been in the news lately, but now he says he wants to change things up. He won his lawsuit, but now he wants to change his career. And an interview with Billboard during the AMC rehearsals, Ed Sheeran said, quote, "I talk about this to my wife all the time. I would love to transition to country. I love the culture of it. I just love the songwriting. It's just like brilliant songs."
He loves easy money.
We only got room for one ginger in country music. By God.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What about Reba?
Okay, there's two.
Oh, who's the other one?
I was making a Winona joke.
Oh.
I think she's grayed out now. That's what
Mhm.
I saw a video.
Well, let me say Reba probably is too. She did,
You think it's not real?
I don't
Should
believe
be.
that's real color at this point.
And Ed has some experience in Music City. He lived in Nashville 2 different times, and he was
That doesn't count. I mean,
Well, I mean-
Nashville is 2 streets as far
Mhm.
as what people base the Nashville thing on. It's 2 streets. I mean, there's living in Nashville. God,
and
I hate the way Nashville has been just punished
Mhm.
and overused as it's like country Branson.
all right. So he also, I'm not persuading you to think that he should do this. I know I'm losing at this point. He did tour with Taylor Swift during her country year, so
That's not the example to use either.
No,
Yeah.
no, it is not.
Did he know Patsy Cline or does he know at least Lucas Nelson? Anything?
He might know Struggle Jennings.
True.
They might be friends.
I'll see him in the fall.
Yeah, you will.
Why do people think Taylor Swift's country? Is it that one song or maybe a couple songs?
Well, when
The
she
label.
first started, she had a
She's
couple.
country.
Yeah, the label she was on, when she first started, she had a couple of acoustic guitar country type songs.
Mutt Lang will talk him into it. Like Shania wanted to be like pop rocky, and he's like,
Mhm.
"What do you think about country? You're a hot chick and you sing." And it's like, "Oh, okay. I'm a Canadian. I can go country."
Yeah.
Taylor Swift has been like strictly a pop artist for over a decade now. Well over a decade,
Yeah.
like a decade and a half probably.
well, let's ask everybody a question in the room. Which is harder? Or what have you been through? How many breakups have you been through? And is it harder to dump or be dumped in a relationship?
I can't say.
There isn't just an answer to that.
There is an answer to that because
Oh, snap.
Oh, there is.
That's what she
4,000
said.
Americans in the study, and the top answer was that they've been dumped just 2 or 3 times. And no matter what your age is, a third of the people have only gone through 2 or 3 breakups. And 29% have been through more than 3. That's including 5% say that they've been through more than 10 breakups. And the study also asks, whether it's hard to be dumped by someone or be dumped. And the most popular answer was they both suck.
Well, nobody gets dumped, right? They just quit talking to each other.
Right. In some cases, you have to break up.
Like
Yeah.
if you live together. Or,
Yeah.
That's hard. So
What-
43% say it's equally as hard. 32% say being dumped sucks more. What do you say? I say getting your heart broken and being dumped sucks worse than dumping someone.
But you're breaking their hearts, so you know how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I imagine if you've had a long-term relationship and then you don't have them anymore, you're still going to go through the process of it hurts, even if you have to break up with them.
Or the reason, right? Like, are we breaking up because you want to see somebody else? Or
Yeah.
am I so bad that you want to be by yourself?
Or we're breaking up because you're already seeing somebody else.
Or you're just growing apart and you can't stand it anymore, but you have to break up. That's hard. when you're
Yeah.
not happily ever after.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks to like if you still are in love with somebody and they break up with you, that sucks. But I mean, I think it's just as bad if somebody's crazy in love with you and you tell them I don't like you no more. That sucks too. That's hard to do.
So the last question of the study was, do you think breaking up with people is a skill you can get better at? And 37% said yes. Practice makes perfect. So the more you break up, the easier it is, I guess, to move past.
Or you can do it for other people if you're really good at it.
Yeah, be a professional breaker-upper. If you need to.
Relationship demolition.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
I can call somebody and just say, so-and-so isn't going to ever call you again. It's not working out. Sorry.
Ooh, you're gonna get ghosted.
Ooh,
Ooh.
just want to let you know you are broken up. It's like serving your papers in a lawsuit. You've been served. Well, I'm Paige, and those are your Ice Guys headlines.
Thank you, Paige. When we come back, we're gonna say, hey, famous people born on May 12th. Happy birthday.
Or
Suck it right after this. Good morning.
Hey, P1s. Talk now at 800-774-0093. This
The
is
Rise Guys Morning Show.